So, as you can see, this area don't get access too much, and why they would put a battery in here is beyond me. Anyways, and also for that reason, this battery costs 50% more because of the fact that it has to have this breather tube, because the battery is so inconveniently put in where the jack and everything is, and all this stuff is concealed. So I guess if you ever need to change your battery or jump your battery, you're pretty much screwed. So anyhow, long story short, I got a new battery, got the old one out, and you can see how corroded and cluttered it is in here. And anyways, so this car is not meant to jump another car, because you really don't want to jump a car from the other end of the whole mechanism, the front end. You probably screw up your whole system. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and clean this area out, and we're going to put in a battery, hopefully, after waiting 3 days for a battery. Alright, so now that I've vacuumed this area out that don't get much attention, because I don't know why it would unless you're changing your spare tire, and that might be the first time you ever notice that you have a battery underneath your spare tire, which is ridiculous. Anyways, and here's the new battery, which I've already went and bought 2 now, because the first one was the last one on the shelf, and of course they must not sell too many for 2007, and it was not charged, and it was no good. When I got it, I gotta jump this brand new battery. I said, no way. So I took it back. So they ordered me one. And the biggest expense was, this costs more than a normal battery from most vehicles, because of the fact that it has this little vent here. And make sure you save this tube when you tear out your old battery, because if you don't, they don't give you a tube, but yet it has a place for the tube. So make sure you put that in, and then you'll have a hose down here, which is a gray hose that exits the bottom of the vehicle for safety, obviously, which I don't understand is that critical. But anyhow, so now that I finally got this battery for this 2007 HHR, which took about a week, and now we're going to try to install it. And it's going to be hard for me to do that and film it both. But anyhow, let's go with this route. Let's see. This is the positives on the left, negatives on the right. Hold on. Okay. Well, I do recommend getting the grease and the so-called anti-corrosion stuff for this battery, because this is not an easy spot to get to. And then you have these feet, one here that holds it in place, and so there's one in the front, which I showed, and now there's one in the rear back here, so it's held from the front of the car and the side of the rear. And then you also have this boot that covers the positive. And then over here is your negative. So make sure you grease these with the stuff, and it's recommended when they come with it. And I would say so because of the fact that you cannot maintenance these unless you want to change your tire every day. So anyhow, long story short, go ahead and mount this one, which will hold the battery down, and we'll mount this one. And then we'll also hook up this vent hose that makes this battery so expensive, which is ridiculous. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be hard to film that. So let's get that done. So it's a 10 millimeter and a 13, which gives you your top, and your mounting brackets are the other size. So long story short, before I put this back together for the 513th time, we will make sure it starts, because this is a really stupid place to put a battery. So I don't think you can see because it's too dark down here, but I thought I lost the fitting, which is a little 90-degree elbow that goes on this hose that goes straight down through your floorboard, frame, whatever. And it was on the other side, so that means that there's a hole on both sides, which don't make no damn sense, because if it needs to be vented, the other side don't have a plug in it. So it's venting anyway on both sides without going down. That's for overflow, obviously, but anyhow, it's just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. So I guess I'm going to try to throw all this back together, even though it's been apart for a long ass time. There's a disc. Put that little plate in there, and then this goes in there. Sink this way. If you can figure it out, it don't make it easy for anybody, that's for sure. So I guess if you ever have to change a tire, you find your battery. So if somebody says, hey, where's your battery? You'll open up your hood and you'll go, I don't know, it should be underneath the hood with the engine, shouldn't it? Oh, no, heavens no, not in this case. Oh, right. They give you all this stupid options, which is dumber too, but oh goodness. Yeah, it's probably backwards. Let's check this out. Turn this up here around. There we go. It works a lot better this way. Couldn't give me another one of these cars unless it was free. That's the only way I'd take it. I'm sorry that I ever bought this, but long story short, so there you go. You're back to normal, if you want to call it that. Hey, if you want to charge your battery or look at your battery or do anything, that's what you got to go through. Insane, as far as I'm concerned. So I flicked my latch in the back when I took the battery out, because if it would have locked, then you can't unlock it without battery. So you'd have to climb through the back and change your battery from inside the car, which is absolutely ridiculous also. And I don't know, long story short, you can't give anybody a jump because you don't want to pull it off of there with your cords being so long. And the air conditioning has always been screwing up on this from day one. It's a 2007, I understand, but it's rusting out really bad. Of course, Michigan helps that a lot. But anyways, I don't recommend an HHR for anyone unless it's for short-term purposes, because in the timing chains on these, or belts, whatever they have, are known to go out at early time. So take your chances, do what you want. I'll never have one again. If any of this was helpful to you, like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.